First block going down. There we go. The back set out and it works block. Don't you just love it when that happens? So open up into the grooves. Done. These things are just so versatile. Get yourself a pair. Brickworktools.com. And there's Robin again. So we can get a close up of him. There he goes. Right, Saturday morning. Can't remember the date. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Alex has been getting some block in while I've got a mix in. You've illustrated all this in a time lapse. Next job is cut all these for the returns for our bond. I'm just going to cut those 16 for now, just to give us a start. Now what we're going to do is put a block on each corner and run the first course round, because we're going to put the damp on top of the first course. Set our wall out, our separating wall, and then we'll see how we get on then. Once we're all levelled up, we're going to concentrate on this back wall, see how we get on, and instead of building corners, we're just going to put maybe one or two and put the fixed bricks on. And then when I come back tomorrow on my own, which is the Sunday, I'll just put the profiles up and off we go. Yeah, that's it. So I'll just get these things cut and then we'll get cracking. First block going down. Good. Yeah, that's 5 mil high. That's the one. It's only 10 mil, but the heat's there a bit quick.
If you start going too big with these blocks, this starts to wobble.
Very true. Well, it does work like you said, a block to a block, which means you'll have to cut just 3/4 for this corner. So it'll be the same on that side. So those things will only work on those corners. Sorry. Right, so it's block to a block that way, but it butts up like that, so there's no room for that, which is a bit hard to explain, right? So when we come over the top of the next course, we have to cut 3/4 to kill our bond on that corner. What that means is we're only cutting a piece every other course, whereas if we bond it through to a full one at the end, we have to put a 3/4 all the way up. So by doing it that way, we're just cutting one piece every other course, and we do away with these on the corner as well. I'll explain that when we get down to the end. There we go, brew time. It's only 9:15, but we're going to have an early brew. Alex is ready for it after moving a load of these things. Yeah, all corners are in. So the bond on the corners is opposite, so it works. The bond swaps each corner, both directions, so that goes from a full to a half. Full to a half. Well, a bit less than a half, but we've spoke about that already. Same again, full to a half. And we're going to have an expansion in the middle of this. And then we've got French doors about here. Solid wall with a window. Solid wall, a door, a pedestrian door, single door, somewhere along this wall here. So we're just getting our door sizes to set them out, and then we're going to put pillars in, but we haven't decided where they're going yet. We're going to do them as we go, and it's a lovely cool breeze today. So quick brew, and then we're going to get the got to show these again, taking the Brick Lane world by storm. These rascals, absolutely brilliant. So we can just whack them on now. These will have gone off enough after brew. That's it, jobs are good. Obviously put a line on. Right, it's going to brew. There we go, the back set out, and it works block. Don't you just love it when that happens? So this is going to have a pike up here, and we're going to have a pillar in the middle. Well, not quite in the middle because the bond's shifted to one side. So our pillar will come here, so there'll be a block up stand here, and then there'll be two flat to bond in with this wall. The long side in. Just had to have a little shufty about on this. We managed to make it work block, but quite big perps. So the perps are quite a lot bigger on this end. So because we've got the expansion, you can't just move it. The expansion's got to be plumb. So we moved everything back. So far all the walls work block, no cuts, and we're going to put two pillars in each bay. Yeah, one in here. Well, divide this into three: section, pillar, section, pillar, section, and then same again over there. So 4 pillars per long length basically, and now expansion in the middle-ish. The centre line's there, so we've just put ours as close to the centre line as works block. Yeah, that's 2 sides sorted. Alex has got a load more blocking, and once he's got loaded up to scaffold height, he's jumping on the trowel this afternoon. So, and there's Robin again. So we can get a close up of him. There he goes. Yeah, that's it. Set up on this next leg now. I think we'll set up on this long leg. So Alex is still, well, he's still coming and going in there. And then got a door here, single door. And then French doors here. So first course is all going down today, and once Alex has got this all loaded, we can get this wall set out, and again we can get down here through the door if we need to get in and out. But we might just leave the centre 2 block out for access, for just getting the barrow in and out basically, so we can come straight through the building. Yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, get set up on this long side now. Oh, sun's coming out now. It's amazing how well they grip. And that is a tight line, that. Let's check this door size. Shed. Oh, it's a big door. It's not a single door. Like a French door kind of size, 1200. Right. There's our front elevation, our window. This is the side elevation we're on now. We've got the big French doors and the small French doors. And then the window just after the storeroom wall. So we just need a rough measurement for this. It's the party wall, if you like. It's a 1200. 1200. And you always put your brick on the inside, so it's inside your opening, so you bang up to it. And if you always put the brick in the same place, you won't make mistakes like that either. Yeah, 6540 is right. So 6540 works block. Half to a block. 6540 is there, so we tighten up because we've got big cross joints here. So we start with a half. 6540 there, so we can tighten that up easy. So we start with a half at that door to a full one at that door. Okay. Always scrub out your old marks so you don't get confused by them. Easily done. Set. Fill that board up there and I'll have a board down there. Yes please, just on the bin there mate.
Alright, no, thank you.
Cheers.
You having this end then?
Yeah, you start with a full block. Get yourself a 2 foot level and plumb every block. Top. So we get 2 nice halves. Thanks pal. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm starting with the half, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. The doors, it's not a normal single door, it's 1200, not 900.
Right.
Could you have checked that? Let's go. Pretty sure we've got a hump round here somewhere. Try and get it with the beds, if not, we'll just have to cut a few. So you got water now? Got water in? First course we plumb every block. We were levelling the tops, but the blocks are wonky, so we've got to do the face. Yes. What's the point of having a tool belt with a hammer hook on if you don't put your hammer in the hook?
Are both sides being jointed?
Yeah, we're going to see if everything's double face. The inside's getting like battened out and insulated and stuff. But it's going to be stud, isn't it? So we're going to keep it tidy. When you joint, you know all the joints are full then. Especially it being only single skin. Nice one, cheers.
15, 15, 21.
Yeah, and there's 2 windows, isn't there?
Yeah, one here.
So you need 3 15s and a 21.
3 15s and a 21.
Yeah, 6x4 concrete.
6 by
You want the deep ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alright.
How big are these big cross joints? Massive or?
Like double the size. You're at the expansion joint now. This should be 1810 if my calculations are right. Oh, we'll have to tighten up a bit actually now. We can get that. That's it. You get your block in and then stop. Well, you don't have to stop, Al, just put your expansion joint in.
It's not, I'll stop, I don't mind.
No, it's alright. I've changed my mind. Might as well have a quick dinner, eh? How many coffees there?
Yeah. I bet it's like nearly 11:30 now.
It's after that.
Hold on a sec. Make that a bit more flush. There we go.
That should be 450. Only freaking perfect. Sorry about the heavy breathing, but the camera's directly below my mouth, and I got told off for the heavy breathing and the singing last night.
And of all people, my mum.
Yes, told me I sound like an old man.
She tells him off for breathing.
That's not good, is it?
Heaven forbid you breathe that.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a tight bed there, give it a couple of taps. plumb it up. So we'll bed the next course up slightly to get over these little humps. Plumb in front, mate. These blocks are wonky.
Are they?
Yeah. So you just need to tap the bottom of that. Oh no, it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad.
Have it.
Well, better not please do that. It's offensive now.
Right. Okay. Right, we're going to have an early dinner. That's 3 sides up. Alex pretty much got it loaded now. Right, that's our middle wall, our party wall set out. That's separates that room from this workshop cum storage area. I've left the 2 middle blocks out so we can get access in and out for loading out, etc. Put a little cord up, don't need to go any higher than that because we'll both got to jump on this long length and run this in. And yeah, from now on we can get profiles onto all the corners, which is good. So unfortunately we've forgotten the lead, so the batteries are dying quick, so it's a lot of time lapse today with the occasional update. So I'm going to get my sun cream on now because it's warm out there. I'm in the shade down here, but I'm going to go and build that corner up there. So I'll get my sun cream on and get that whacked up. Right, Sunday morning, solo. So Alex got all the blocks loaded out for me yesterday to make sure I was alright today. So no loading, just setting today. Concentrate on this side because that's the front. I'm going to take this up 7. Got a pillar in the middle, well, slightly off centre from the middle because I'm going to follow the bond of the block work. I'm going to make that into a pillar because of the door. Pillar there, but I'm not touching that yet. I'm just going to leave that as the return. Get this up 7, and then I'll probably run this front in up to the intermediate, which is put currently in the expansion joint. So I can run that through. Take that up 7 as well, and probably put a pillar just a bit back from the expansion joint, not quite central. I might put it opposite that one. Well, it won't be exactly opposite because the bond swaps, so the 2 sides are like staggered like that. Anyway, that's it. I've got brick tours put out for these. Got expanded metal stuff. And yeah, that's it. Get cracking. Got my belt on ready. Boards are all ready. Mix is on. So let's get stuck in. Right, Tuesday morning. Didn't think we'd be back here till Saturday, but we're here. Back on site tomorrow. Bit doing foundations, but that's another story. So Alex just got us all loaded out for this section. We're going to get this up to 7 today, and then we'll probably hop over there while there's 2 of us and get that section in. I'll do that fast anyway. Yeah, not much really to say other than mixes in, boards are full, lines up, and we're ready to go. Oh yeah, just another quickie with the fixed brick clamps. Lines up there for that course, but we've got this little section we've missed. So get your clamp on, lower it down, tingle. Yep, there's one. Same again. Open up into the grooves. Done. Ready to go. And then, as opposed to putting a brick on that, you knock the line and the line moves out on the brick. You don't notice. Well, that's going nowhere. These things are just so versatile. Get yourself a pair. brickworktools.com. Right, Tuesday afternoon. Well, that's just after 1, I think, about 1:30. Yeah, that side's in. It's a scaff. We're on the awkward front now. We've got a window there with a pillar that doesn't really work, but that's going to be against this party wall. And then expansion, and then 2 pillars either side of our French doors, which are 1800. No doors on that side. That's just a window in that side. In fact, I have to check where that window is because of where the pillar drops. Yeah, we'll come back to that anyway. So we're cracking on. We're aiming to get the scaff height front and back today. That'll be 3 sides up, and then we're back at the weekend, I think, weather permitting, because we're back on site tomorrow on the foundations, which we're still not very happy about. But it's like, if you want these plots, you've got to do the footings. So a bit of blackmail going on. So going on the chest mount now. Sorted. 2 halves. Bosh. Okay. Trowel. There we go. Customer's looking after us. That racket is a sawmill next door. You can hear. It's a lot more people working here at weekends. Push that nice and tight against that expansion. Lovely. Never Newton Conquers, you know, when you've been on these all day. From a foot level. I have to save all our rock stuff. The levels are our favourite. We were sent these, 2 of these, but we bought the 2-footer. She's down there. I was impressed with them. Lovely. No need to plumb it that way. 215.
Oh, it was a brand new one yesterday, that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shows how tough those horrible bricks were. Expansion back in. Marvellous invention then. Bloody marvellous. Right, what I'll do is now is get my line up. Well, let's get that half in. I'll get my line up. There's the 2-footer I was telling you about. Cracking it level. So while I wait for Alex, just whack that on there. Superb. I'll cut 2 hours while I'm waiting. $2.20. $2.20. That's it, that's marked. A couple of taps on the line. Beautiful. Save them for later. Right, Al, put that line up while you're putting that brick in, please. Oh yeah, and the Blakes on the corner as usual. A concrete block box. Bricklayer's dream. Right, Al. Done that line. Show corner up. Cheers. Oh, the motor's going off quick today. It's crap sand, which doesn't help. Yeah, that's a bit high up in the air, that, so we'll get that sorted by a bit of nibbling. You got the scotch there, Al? Thank you. You should always have a scotch handy. Always come in handy. It then. The only downside of all this is double face pointing. A lot of pointing. Oh, it's well gone off that now. Yeah. Night and day.
Yeah.
That's the one you never play.
What, sorry?
That's the one you never play. They always play all the other hollowed out songs and not that one. That's it. That's real time on one course. That's what we're doing. So we're on the full length now. Now we've levelled up. So we're going to go back onto time lapse now, get a bit of jointing done, and get these last two courses up. See where we end up with this mortar. Probably end up putting a couple down on there. So see you in a bit. Ten to 3, that's us done for today. It's too hot to put the mix in now. We've done 3 mixes in, which has done us about getting up for 190 blocks. That'll do for us for today. It's bloody roasting. So we're all levelled up now. Front, back and one side. There's our storage door, 1200 pillar, party wall. Blocks left out for access. 1200 window. Got 1.8 patio doors, coach doors, and corner, and then there's a window to go in there. There's the right hand pillar for it. That pillar's going to work a lot. It's going to bond in. This one isn't because it's a 1200 window. It's going to be a block and block pillar like that. So it'll look a bit different, but it's doing the same job. And then once that window's finished, that pillar is pretty much central, so it's going right to the top of the pike. Keep that. So yeah, we're away now. We're running out of blocks anyway. There's probably about 80 block left altogether. So we're going to wait till the delivery comes, hopefully before Saturday. And we can get back on it on Saturday. We can get that front done. Get the front done, and then we need to get some trestles out organised.